Hi, I'm Linda Lee, and this is a teachable moment. It is so important for us, in my opinion, to be able to make decisions for ourselves about supplements, foods, emotions, and even more. So what I'm going to teach you today is only limited to your own thinking. So you may use this tool for anything, honestly. So I want you to know that these techniques are literally a connection to your subconscious mind, which has all the answers that you need. It really does. And then the next question for yourself is, how much do I trust myself? How many of us truly listen to that deep inner voice that has all the answers if we just choose to listen? So today, I'm going to teach you how to test yourself. It is so easy. And I'm just going to show you yes and no answers, and that's all you really need to do is ask clear yes and no answers. So the first thing is, I've specialized in kinesiology for at least 17 years, and I began doing it before I even knew what it was. And I started experiencing that back in 1979 or 80. And people would just come into the retail store that I worked in and say, "Could you test me?" And so I did. I go, "Oh, that's very interesting." And folks would be, purchasing their supplements according to the yes or no answers. As years went on, I learned more and more about it. And when I became a naturopath in 2000, I specialized in kinesiology, or the common name for it is muscle testing. So the very easiest way, there's many ways to do it. You can use any muscle on the body. However, the simplest way, and there's a sway test I've taught many folks, but if you're elderly or you've got other health issues where you're a little off balance, the sway test is going to really throw you off. So something easy that most people can do, if not 99.9%, because these are very subtle yeses and nos. So it takes a little getting used to and a little trusting. So the first one is called a ring test. So basically you just, your fingers like this, yet you're going to intermingle them, right? Right. Okay. So as you all know, my name is Linda Lee. So I'm going to start with something simple. So when the muscle is saying yes, 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 it's going to be strong. And when it's saying no, this is really not for me, it doesn't really resonate, it's going to get loose. So for instance, okay, my fingers are, let's see how that is. Okay. My name is George. Okay, so see, George does not resonate, and my fingers loosen up. You think, how could that be? It takes practice and playing around with it. So play around with it. However, my name is Linda. Okay, it's very strong because it says that is your name. So as simple as that. So if you have a supplement and you pick it up, and actually a short little lesson is that everything has vibration. So whether you have it in your hand or you do not have it in your hand makes no difference. It could literally be on the internet with you looking at it and say, "Will this supplement raise my vital energy?" No? Okay. Stop right there. If it does not raise your vital energy, your vital force at that cellular level where life happens, it's not for you. Because if it's neutral, why bother? And if it's definitely not for you, don't spend your money. remember, especially in the realm of supplements and that sort of thing, there may be excellent products out there, and they might work for a lot of people, but they may not work for everyone. What is that saying? Might help some of the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but it may not help all the people all the time. So you want to really pay attention to what is resonating for you, because your vibration, your frequency level is unique to you. So when you ask the question, you just ask, does this supplement, for instance, and like I said, this is only limited to your own thinking of what this technique might work for, and so just, and it's a test in learning to trust yourself, because you're literally tapping in to your subconscious, as I said. So the very first question, does this raise my vital energy or my vital force? Yes? Good. Then go on. And then you can start asking how many times a day, what time of day, and if you would like the list of questions, please contact me through my website at www.discoveryourpower.net, and I will be happy to send you the questions that you asked. I think there's about, could be 8 or 9, because really you get very detailed about on an empty stomach, on, with meals, after meals, before, upon rising, and so forth. So I encourage you, if this looks of interest, to please contact me. I'll be happy to forward that to you, because it is so important that we get what is correct and in alignment with what it is that we need. So the other thing I wanted to show you is a pendulum. Now, many of us go, oh boy, this might be a little strange. It's only strange if we believe it's strange, and it won't work if you don't believe it's going to work, and it will work if you do believe it will work. It's simple as that. Everything is, between these two parts of our mind, it's what we believe that is true for us, even if it's not the big truth. So all I can do is encourage you to experiment and play around with these tools. Simple as that. So I have a pendulum. This is one of my favorite styles. I also have another one. Let me show you. I was just going to show you that one, but this is one of my favorites too. Sorry about that. I have that out for you. Well, and is that it? Okay. Of course, it was the last thing there. So, but there's all sorts of styles. This is the one that I keep with me, but that's because I love these beautiful quartz crystals that are so, they just remind me of the planet Earth and my connection to it, and that the planet has all that we need to support us in all areas. So that one is my personal one. But if I'm doing a lot of testing, and I don't know, this one has a beautiful balance to it as far as weight goes. So again, if the fingers, this just isn't working, try something different. There's lots of ways to test. This is along the lines, I know as a child, when we moved onto some property at some point, my father hired a water witcher, and all it is a pendulum. A pendulum to it's a way of testing where the water is, and literally they used a willow. It had a long. There's lots of different ways to test, and basically 2 branches with a main branch. So this is just another play on that. Again, pay attention to your guidance. All we're looking for is yes and no answers. So when you get your pendulum, you can program it, but the easiest thing is just to see where it's at. Say, give me a yes, please. Okay, so my yes is back and forth. Okay, and now please give me a no answer. Give me a no. Okay, and my no is back side to side. Side to side is no. And then I'm just going to go with that. So, is a pendulum a great testing tool for supplements? Yes. Is a pendulum a great source of answers for anything I can think of? Yes. So play with it. Is my name George? Is my name George? And yes, it takes a little bit for it to move back and forth. Of course, it's just a little pendulum. My name is not George. Is my name Linda? My name is Linda. So you see the change. So again, if you don't believe it's going to work, it won't work for you. If you trust that it will work for you, and that you trust yourself to have the correct answers to come through for you, it will work for you. I'm Linda Lee. Visit my website, and if you want that list of testing questions, just drop me a little note in my contact at www.discoveryourpower.net, and I am so happy to send that on to you. Thank you for listening and opening your mind to something new, or maybe something you hadn't thought about. Thank you for joining me.